Hi, and welcome to Utterly Understandable, the show where Hamish and I try to talk all things dairy supply chain in a somewhat comprehensible manner. Hamish, welcome to the show. Inaugural show, a big show. We're going to start off hard for you. Our first topic today, our first question, really put the spotlight on you, the heat on you, so to speak, is ERP versus planning systems. Which should come first? Where should people start? So, Hamish, if you wouldn't mind, why don't you start by telling us a bit about ERP systems and the difference between planning systems?
Okay. Thanks, Robbie. Yeah, look, while ERP systems are important, they're typically not suitable for planning and optimization processes where it's a disassembly industry like it is in meat and dairy. So I like to think in terms of a system of record, which is your ERP system, versus systems of differentiation, which is your planning and your optimization system. And they're complementary, not direct competitors, although ERP systems might dispute this. But ERP systems are important for their standardized processes. However, they're big, chunky projects that take 2 to 3 years from initiation to delivery. And that's kind of best case scenario.
Okay, so in order to get value out of an ERP system, you've really got to invest some time and effort. And that would say to me that the payback from implementing such a system can be quite lengthy. And, any investment returns won't be seen for some time. Would that be a fair thing to say?
Yeah, no, exactly. That often is the case. So, and I guess ERP systems, the providers will typically say they can solve the complex disassembly and planning problems, but it either takes a lot of customization on their part, which equals cost, or they deliver something that's not fit for purpose and doesn't meet the business needs. We find that we can deliver projects within 6 to 12 months, depending on the complexity, with say a 3-month sales cycle. So an optimization solution can be delivered sort of between 9 and 15 months from initial engagement, which means there is a much shorter time to get to the value. And sort of another couple of advantages. Sorry?
I was going to say, so would it be fair to say that an optimization solution can deliver the bulk of its benefits without an ERP system, whereas can an ERP system deliver the bulk of its benefits without an optimization solution?
Yeah, I see the two as distinct and complementary, as I mentioned before. We have a very sort of open data ingestion architecture, which means we can quite easily take the information out of your existing systems, and then as a customer migrates to a new ERP system, we can just kind of redirect to that particular system and do it very, very cost effectively, meaning that you don't need to build sort of complex integrations and customized reports in order to make that transition. But also the benefits being delivered sort of by the two are quite different. Like the ERP system, like I see the bulk of the benefits come from standardized processes like sales through invoice to cash. They do that very well. They standardize it, or it is standardized, and it delivers efficiencies through there. Whereas we tend to be more on the value side in terms of have you got the right product mix that is delivering the highest revenue? Are you scheduling your production assets in the most efficient way to minimize costs, increase efficiencies, reduce yield losses, etc. So they're solving different problems, and that's why, with a shorter implementation time, and that you're focusing on different areas, that I think like we would advocate that it makes sense to consider doing either the optimization sort of planning side first, or to do them in tandem with an ERP implementation. So yeah, and there's additional benefits to that too, because then you can, if you're doing them in tandem, then it can often actually reduce the costs around the integration between the two. So that's kind of really, the crux of it, I guess, in terms of why we would say, and it's not just self-interest, why we would say, look at us first, or do us in tandem, but I think there is genuine benefit to doing that.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Hamish. And if you like what you see, or have any suggestions about future topics we can discuss, please feel free to leave those in the comments. Thank you very much for watching.